literally anybody could stop us and like do stuff to us, and nobody would know, and nobody would find us.
Like at that point, I was like, what did I get myself into? I was scared, but I was ready to die.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to tell you about the crazy, horrific story that happened to us in Mexico while we were vacationing last summer.
No, it wasn't last summer.
No? 2016?
Yeah, summer 2016.
Yeah, I remember.
So we're just gonna give you guys a little backstory on everything that happened to us throughout that whole trip. So basically we planned a trip to go to Mexico for 3 weeks. We were gonna stay at different places for 1 whole week, and it just started off super sour right from the get-go.
So it all started when we woke up late for our flight. Basically, no one had packed. It was me, Maria, my mom, my dad, and our cousin. He's from Mexico, but he was here vacationing.
And Vanessa.
Oh, and our sister cousin, Vanessa. So none of us were done packing. We were still packing. It was the morning. Like, my mom was like, hurry up, hurry up.
We were running late. We were not late yet. We were just like kind of stressing, trying to get everything ready to go to TJ to catch our flight.
We were leaving for a whole month. Like, just think about all the stuff you need in a month. Like, if you're a girl, you need like
your whole closet.
Yes, literally.
My dad decided that he wanted to carpool with one of his uncles and aunts, right? So we're all gonna carpool to TJ. The truck only fits 8 people, and it was already what, 7 people going.
Yeah, we weren't gonna go on the trip with them. They were just like coincidentally visiting Mexico as well. So we're like, okay, like to be cheaper, we're like, let's just get a flight in Tijuana and like just drive there. We'll leave our car and let's get a flight there because it's gonna save us like hundreds of dollars.
We were waiting for my dad's uncle and aunt at our house. The plan was for them to meet us at our house, and from here we would all go to TJ. And let's say our flight was at 12 p.m. It was 10 a.m, 10:30. Like, we were literally like, they're not coming. We're not gonna go to TJ anymore. Like, our trip is canceled. And we were like almost crying because we had packed everything. We were looking forward to like going to Mexico, and we were gonna lose our flight just because of them. They didn't even come to our house. My dad had to go to their house, pick them up, and then from here, my godfather literally drove the truck because he was also going with us. He drove the truck to TJ. We were literally going like so fast.
I think like 90 miles per hour.
No, faster. I
like,
swear it was faster.
On the freeway.
Top that off. Okay, we're going fast.
Oh my god.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people in an 8-seater truck.
For like 2 hours.
Oh my god, so like that means 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 of us, me, Diana, and my older sister, we did not have seatbelts. We were literally crammed in the back. My godfather going 90 plus miles an hour all the way to TJ. Let's just say he was going so fast that we made it to TJ.
Wait, but it gets better. I don't know if you guys have visited TJ, but there's like this new thing that they do. They've always had it, but like they made it more secure. Like now if you go into Mexico, they're gonna be like, ooh, who are you? Like,
we stop you.
Our windows are like pitch black tinted. The car that we took was my parents' car. It's a Suburban, so it's like a really big car and like super dark tinted windows. And
to top it all off, our luggage was on top of the truck. So it was like, oh, what else do they have inside? Like, what are they carrying, you know? So they stopped us. They wanted all of our information. They wanted a ticket flight. They wanted everything.
And so Maria's godfather, our uncle, it was this girl that like stopped us. So he tried being like, trying to be all cute or whatever. Trying to be all cute to like buy us time, but it didn't work. Anyway, they just let us go. Like, we told them that we were gonna miss our flight. So we were driving there to the airport. We finally found our terminal, and our cousin, we're just gonna say the name, right? You can say the name?
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, but in Spanish.
Gerardo.
So our cousin, he was gonna get a flight the day after. So my dad was like, okay, we're not gonna leave the car here anymore. We're not like, we don't have time. Like we literally only have time to put our bags down and run to the terminal. So I'm gonna leave you the keys to the car. Like he's never driven this car before or nothing. I'm gonna leave you the car. Like
our cousin Gerardo was gonna stay a day and a half. Like he was gonna catch another flight to meet us to our second destination in Mexico. So we left the car. We literally grabbed everything. It was like everyone for themselves. You grabbed your own stuff and you ran.
Like you forget it, too bad. I was literally carrying like I think 4, like one on this side. I don't know if you guys saw the Big Bear vlog, but like a sports backpack like that. Like one on this side, my luggage, and then my makeup bag on top. So we run to our terminal and they're like, sorry, you missed your flight. Like, sorry, we can't let you in. And my mom was just like, well, has the plane left? And they're like, no. And my mom's like, well, have they called like last stop? The last, what's it called? Last call? Yeah, last call. And they're like, no. She's like, please, please, please let me in. I came from the United States and like, I don't have another flight. I don't have anywhere to stay.
They were like, okay, you can go, but all of your luggage has to stay. And we were like, we had so many stuff, guys. Like literally 3 weeks. If you're sleeping over your friend's house, you pack a big luggage for 2 days. Imagine freaking 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 days.
Yeah. We're like, oh my god, like what the heck? Like what are we gonna do? Like we can't freaking leave our luggage. Like we don't trust it. Like how are we gonna leave all of our luggage? And like we had like expensive stuff. We had our computers.
Like you guys are crazy.
Yeah, you guys
got us totally twisted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna cry. Like I was on the verge of crying.
My parents decided that my dad was gonna stay and catch a flight. He wasn't gonna stay for like to stay there for a night, but he was just gonna stay
a couple of hours.
Yeah. Her godfather and my dad, which they're brothers, they were gonna stay there with all of our luggage.
It was like cool because Gerardo was still gonna be there, so like it's not like they were just gonna be by themselves. So Gerardo's from Mexico. It wasn't like 2 Americans like where to go.
Anyway, so we went in and they were like checking our stuff. We could take a little carry-on bag and they made me throw away some of my makeup stuff because they're like, sorry, this is like not 0.3 fluid ounces. Like I was so sad, but whatever. Just like, you know what,
it was
I'm so
sacrifice.
over it. Oh my god, we went inside and people weren't even inside the freaking
we had time
airport
to go eat.
So we go in the flight, right? We're like, okay, finally we can breathe. Like it's fine. Like they're just gonna get the next flight. It's a little bump in the road, no big deal. We still have 3 weeks to make it up. From Tijuana to where we were going is León, where my dad's from. I think it's like 6 hours the flight. While we were on the flight in León, they were having the worst thunderstorm they've ever had. Rains like crazy.
Literally, like their mall was flooded with water, like a river in the mall. That's how much it was raining.
California rain and all this is like little baby. Even when it rains hard here, it's like you can't compare it. We start getting like a lot of turbulence and there's lightning, and you guys know if like lightning strikes your plane, you're like done, right? At one point the pilot had to like turn off like the lights, I think, or so, he had to turn off something because like it wasn't safe. Oh my god, I'm not kidding, that was the scariest flight of my life. Like I thought I was literally gonna die. But like at a point the airplane was like and then everybody like had to like buckle their seatbelts and everybody was like and then when like we landed, everybody was like, oh my god, thank god. So finally like we got in contact with our family from Mexico. They came in to pick us up from the airport and like from there we went to their house
and everything was pretty good. Everything was like finally, you know, everything, we made it, we weren't late.
It feels so good to be in Mexico.
Like we were living the life, eating tacos, blah blah blah.
We were sleeping in Gerardo's house, so that's like our cousin that was with that came to visit. We were sleeping in his house and he has 2 sisters and 2 parents, which are my dad's uncles. So that's where we were staying. Finally, when did my dad come in? Like in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I don't even think we saw him.
We were up until like maybe like 1:30 a.m. and we're like, okay guys, let's get sleep because tomorrow we're going to
Acapulco. That's our first destination. So basically
that's our second, because you said León.
I mean, technically our second, but technically our first, because we made a pit stop in León just to basically sleep and to pick up Gerardo's family.
We were like, you know what, let's save money. Like let's just road trip there.
My uncle, he's been to Acapulco with his family before. They've driven there and they know Mexico very well because they travel a lot. And he's like, you know what, the drive is pretty long, but it's not heavy. Like, I've been there, it's cool, let's
really
go.
Pretty. You pass like through Michoacan, like
you pass through like really pretty places. So we were kind of like, okay, we're very touristy, so let's do it. And what we didn't expect was that we almost died. So we expected just a road trip, but it took a very
left turn.
South.
Left turn.
And anything, it just took a really bad twist. We woke up the next morning and we woke up pretty early. We all got ready. We all packed our luggage onto the truck.
So it was me again, Maria, Linda, my other sister, Vanessa, our sister cousin that lives with us, my parents, 7, Laura, Jessica, which is our 2 cousins that are girls, and their parents,
10 people. So we had to take 2 cars. And we didn't care about taking 2 cars. Gerardo was gonna meet us there, so obviously we were gonna come back in car also. So we took my uncle's truck and Gerardo's car that he had in Mexico.
So in the small car that my dad was driving, it was my mom, my dad, Linda, and our cousin Laura. Our cousin Laura. And in the van, it was our uncle and aunt, me, Maria, Vanessa, and our cousin Jessica. We were 2 hours down. I think it was a 12-hour drive from Leon to Acapulco. And we were taking a new route. We were taking the easier route. I think it was 8 hours.
We went through a new route, which my uncle had not gone through, but he was assured by other people that it was a good route.
The reason it was a good route is because keep in mind that there is crime in Mexico, and there is sometimes like bad people who stop you and try to steal your stuff, but like it's not gonna happen all the time, but it's a possibility. So this one was supposed to be pretty safe and pretty easy to drive.
And not just easy and safe, but we would avoid Mexico City, I believe he had said. So that's really like populated, a lot of traffic. So we started, and 2 hours down, it was going completely fine.
It was really pretty. We'll insert a picture here.
And slowly the truck kind of started making like weird noises, and it all of a sudden just like stopped.
He had gotten a maintenance check on it, like made sure it was fine, ready to go. They've always taken that truck, and it broke down. And it broke down in basically the middle of nowhere, and there was only super tiny pueblos, as in like you can't get out of your car, walk a little bit and find something somewhere. You couldn't. So they got a hold of someone, like a mechanic, to come check the truck out and see what was wrong with it. Maybe like it had overheated, we didn't know. The mechanic came, they gave us their expert opinion, and they said the truck could not be fixed. It would have to be taken to like a shop, but it couldn't be fixed there on the spot. What's gonna happen to us, you know? Like, where are we gonna go? We're in the middle of nowhere, it's getting darker. Time is like passing by. It's already passed like what, 2 hours, 3 hours since we've been stranded here. So the next motherly instinct, we had 2 mothers, so they were like, okay, we need to find a form of transportation. So my aunt and my mom went to go try to find a train, a bus, something to get us from where we were all the way to Acapulco. Thankfully, we had a smaller car, and my dad drove it with Laura and my mom and my aunt, and I think Linda. They went, and we were still in the truck. My uncle called a towing company. They came, and they're like, sure, we can take the car to Leon, but there's only one thing. Somebody has to be, the person that owns the car or is with the car has to also come with us to take the car. We cannot take the car just by themselves. And it was just my uncle and me, Diana, my cousin Vanessa, and my cousin Jessica. And my uncle basically said that we were all his daughters, and he could not leave us stranded in the middle of Mexico.
Yeah, in the middle of Mexico. Like, literally nothing was there. Diana had said again that it was raining a lot in Mexico, so just our luck, it started pouring rain.
And
the guy felt so bad that he was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll take the car, I'll take it to Leon, I'll take it to your house.
Don't tell anyone I'm doing this. I might
Don't
get fired.
tell anyone. Stay with your daughters, like take care of them. And you know, like I'll do you the solid of taking your truck. So we were kind of like, okay, no questions asked, let's go, you know, like we don't want the guy to change his mind. Because what if my uncle just had to go and we would be stranded by ourselves? Like that would be so scary. So we all took our luggage, and my mom's, my dad's, Linda's, Jess, Laura's, their luggage too, because they had left. We took it. It was pouring rain. Vanessa was wearing little shorts. And luckily my uncle had...
Like, she thought she was gonna hop out the car and be in Acapulco. Like in her little shorts.
Like, my uncle had a trash bag in the back of his car. We made a hole in it. We put Vanessa's head over it. And she literally had to wear it as a dress.
As a poncho.
Because she was wearing nothing and it was pouring rain. And she was wearing sandals. Thankfully, we came a little more prepared. We were in sweat.
We weren't about to unpack our whole luggage.
We weren't anywhere safe. We had to walk a lot with all of our luggage, and we found a little like hut.
It was like a little, like, I guess box office. Basically, when you enter a new city and you go inside and you have to like pay them to like use their road. We were waiting for all of them to come back. So basically they found that there was like a bus, and we were like, okay, some of us will take the bus and some of us will take the car. No big deal. What I forgot to mention was that when they came back to tell us that we could take a bus to Acapulco, only my dad and my cousin Laura came back. So my mom, my aunt, and Linda stayed back at the little like airport. It wasn't an airport because it's for buses, but the little like place station. After they came back, they tell us, Victor, your dad just got a ticket. And we're like, what? Like, why? And they're like, well, because he was driving without a license. And basically what happened was that this cop stopped them. I don't know for what reason.
It had something to do with like Gerardo's like car having a sticker of something.
Yeah, something so dumb. Anyway, the cop was like, hey, let me see your license. And my dad's like, I only have my license from California, like I'm not from here, which is like the worst thing ever. Like, you don't tell people you're from here because people take advantage of you. So
but he's a cop, so there's no
so there's no way there's nothing you could do about it. So he showed him his license, like, sorry, like this doesn't work, like I need a real license. And then my cousin Laura, she's like, here, let me give you mine. He's like, no, give me money. And my dad's like, how much do you want? And I think he said like a couple $100 or $100, something like that. Like, not too much money. But my dad was like, no, like I'm not gonna give that to you. And he's like, fine, give me $50. And then my dad's like, okay, then I'm gonna give you $50, like whatever. So he gave him $50. He let them go. He literally was just asking for money. Like, that's how corrupt it is. They came back, they picked us up, we headed to the bus transporting thing. We still had one car, so the car couldn't stay. Someone had to be in the car taking it to Acapulco, and then some of us had to go in the bus. For sure, my uncle has to drive the car because it's stick, and driving stick in Mexico is a lot different than driving stick here. And honestly, I wanted my mom to go in the bus because I kind of didn't. If I felt like she was in the bus, I was like, okay, she's good, you know, like I don't have to worry about it. So all the moms went in the bus as well. We were like, okay, who else is gonna go in the car? Jessica went in the car because she's really good with directions.
Yeah, so she was like, okay, Jessica, you're going in the car too.
Vanessa was not going in the car
because she was a liability.
Like, my parents couldn't lose her. Like,
yeah,
she's not theirs. So my parents had to take her in the bus.
My dad in the bus as well because a man needed to be with the women, the women, and there was 3 more spots. So we were like, you know what? Let's just go in the car. There's 3 spots left.
Why are we gonna pay more for bus
and
tickets?
There's comfortable, like, just 3 spots. We're not like we'll fit. It was me, Diana, and Linda in the back of the car, and 2 fishing poles,
fishing rods, like I think that's what they're called.
Oh my god, they were in the middle of all of us, like Diana's head like on the fishing thing. We didn't even go fishing. No one went fishing. But
and so it was my uncle, my cousin in the front, and then Maria right here, me in the middle, and Linda on this side. And the freaking fishing
I remember it like if it was yesterday.
Yes. The freaking fishing thing, dude, it was right here, like on me, like it was so freaking heavy. And it's a freaking like 8-12 hour drive.
They went on their bus, and we were kind of like, okay, we'll wait for you guys to leave because we're probably gonna get there faster than you guys because the bus is slow and we're gonna take the shortcut. We're gonna take the cool route. We're gonna get there so fast. You guys are gonna just catch up.
We have Jessica here with the directions.
Yeah,
we're good.
They left and we were like, all right, let's get started with our trip. And I wasn't scared. I was with my sisters and my uncle and my cousins. So, and they're very like nature, like friendly, like they can survive in the wild. So we started our journey and it was like, okay, whatever. Diana had the fishing rods. So I was a little uncomfortable. Big deal. And how long into it did it start getting dark?
Okay, so it was already getting dark. It was getting dark. It was Mexico.
No. I'm saying like evil taking a twist.
We started driving, I would say at around like 5:30, 6:30? 6.
So we left early from Leon. So it's already like 5, 6. So you can just tell how long
are tedious. So we started driving. It was like 5:36.
Something happened with the routing. After a little bit on that route, you have options like on maps on Google. You have like one or the other. Something happened where Jessica didn't really say where we were supposed to go.
There was a point where we were supposed to like split. I think she was like too scared to say anything, or she was too late.
She was too late. She was kind of like, whatever, I'll fix it later.
Yeah.
And
like, you know when you messed up on directions, like, and then
it's
like
rerouting, and it's like
you're just like, I'm not gonna tell anyone.
It did not reroute. We went on the wrong side that we were not supposed to take it, and we kind of just kept going down. It did reroute, but it didn't reroute to the correct one we were supposed to take. It just rerouted us
to a new route.
To a new route. And it was already getting dark, and it was kind of like my uncle was like, I don't really think this is like the correct route because I'm not seeing stuff that I'm supposed to be seeing. We were realizing that we were on the wrong route.
We were getting nervous. It was getting really dark.
So when we knew that it was like, wow, what is going on, was when we hit a little pueblo. And a pueblo, like, if you guys don't know, a pueblo, normal pueblo is like a little city, like little tiny, like very like humble, very nothing big, no malls. But this pueblo was like I don't even know.
It was scary. It was like a pueblo from like
the movies that are scary movies.
Where it's like banderitas, and like usually there's like, which is like the little flags, like the little triangle flags. Usually there's like, they have those in the pueblos, but like these were like torn, like.
And they had speed bumps in their pueblo. Okay, mind you, this is a small car. There are 5 people in the car. There is luggage in the car. So the car is heavy. Every single bump would scratch the bottom of the car.
Gerardo, I'm sorry if you're watching this.
I'm not talking about, a speed bump and then a speed bump and then another speed bump. No, I'm talking about at least 10 speed bumps in that pueblo. The pueblo did not have any light. I can like literally remember it. Like everything was just dirt on the floor. The buildings were like brown. Like there was no light.
Random people like on the street, like just together, being so sketchy,
like little dogs just
like,
walking around, like literally a haunted pueblo. Like that's what it was. We were really scared. We were scared that someone was going to come up to the car and just try to get in.
It honestly looked like a pueblo that there was like a lot of like
drugs
and stuff going on. And I noticed there was like some cars and like some people that were like watching, just kind of like watching who was there.
Yeah, because it was the only car that was there, the only active driving car on that pueblo, like in that pueblo. There was only dogs, people, and buildings and dirt.
The pueblo was our first scare. Now, keep in mind that we didn't trust anyone. We didn't trust anyone. You can't trust the cops. You can't trust the people.
Okay. they didn't know that, honey.
Literally anybody could stop us and like do stuff to us, and like nobody would know and nobody would find us.
Like at that point, I was like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Like, why would my mom let us come in this car without her, and why would my dad not be here? We were mad. So scared. Yeah, we were mad. So we kind of got out of that pueblo and we were still very like EBGBs, and we started going to this road. And we would see it on the maps that Jessica had on her phone. It was literally zigzags, like zigzags,
not turns,
all the way up for like miles and miles.
So the zigzag road was in a jungle. a jungle, a legit jungle with trees and animals and a real jungle, like in freaking Jurassic Park.
In the Jungle Book.
We were driving up. The car is already like has so much freaking weight on it. And
how did the car not
honestly
not
I don't
have
know.
fuel?
And, oh yeah, and we hadn't put fuel. So like there was nothing. There was not even a gas station, nothing. At one point when it said 90 degrees turn, I thought it was a sign. I thought it was a sign.
90 degrees. And it's not like, oh, I'm taking a left turn and I'm doing a freaking, I'm going into another lane. No, it's literally like this and then like this. So I don't even know who built that. Yeah. No lights on the road. The roads are so small.
So narrow.
There are no boundaries. So if you literally make a wrong turn, you're in the forest. I don't know what's down there.
My hands were sweating. I was really, really scared. I didn't want to tell my sisters because I didn't want to scare them.
I was scared.
I think I was holding Linda's hand really, really hard. Like really, really hard because I was so scared. And I was like, okay, God, like if I die, like at least like I die with like my sisters.
I feel like you guys think we're exaggerating on how scared we were, but it was so scary. Like literally, I was thinking of death. If I die right now, like I'm okay. Like I feel like I'm at peace with myself, and I was like literally praying, and I was like, God, like literally, like if I die right now, it's okay. I was scared, but I was ready to die.
I was ready for somebody to come like and try to like, in Spanish like secuestrarnos, but like what is that, kidnap us?
Kidnap us? I was scared that we were gonna literally get in a car accident because of how the roads were. Oh my God, I don't even have my phone to text anyone that I'm going to die.
We finally get on a road that seems correct, but it's still through the jungle and it has some fences and stuff. So we're like, okay, we think we're on the right track. Like we're almost there. Like we have to almost be there because we were already seeing signs saying Acapulco.
That was like heaven to us, like 3 hours away. Like oh my God,
thank God.
Like yes,
like it was the biggest relief.
At least we're going the right way. Probably 2 hours away from Acapulco, and we finally see life. It's basically Oxxo.
Yeah.
It's basically a 7-Eleven for Mexico. We saw one and we were like, oh my God, like no way. It was closed, so it was late. The place was closed, but they keep it open only like a little window. Like so you can't come inside, but there's a person there like giving you, like you pay and they give you like whatever you want from inside the store. We stopped the car and the car started smoking up. Like it was so overheated, it was so overworked that the engine was just blowing smoke out of the hood. Have you guys ever been like so hungry but like so scared and nervous that you're just like
sad, or like
you just can't eat, but you're hungry but you just can't eat? That was like me. And my cousin Jessica was eating a burrito and I was like, how are you even eating?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't eat.
And we had to let the car cool down for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes until we can continue our route.
Yeah, so we continued our route and we went through a jungle. It was a regular road, but we went through the jungle. It was really pretty, but it was nighttime. It was hard to see stuff, but there were some signs. So we knew like we're almost there. Like finally it's gonna be over. Like it was getting hotter, It was getting hotter. And finally we get to the resort. We stayed at a really beautiful resort.
We were all happy. Oh my God, I wanted to cry, tears of joy. Like I saw the resort and I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe we are
here. It was beautiful. It was so pretty. Like if we have pictures, we'll insert them. So we got there, and as soon as we opened the door, like it's like weight like comes to you because of like the air is so
like you can't
heavy.
even breathe. Like it was so hard to adapt to breathing that type of air. Like I couldn't adapt to it. I was like it was like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. when we got there, and they're like, okay, we'll take care of your luggage. We got you. We're like, oh, finally, like the treatment we deserve. We went inside where we were supposed to check in, and our uncle and aunt are members to this resort, so they can go to various resorts and they're just already members. They get like discounts and everything, and you know, they have a whole thing set up with them. So he gets there and he's like, hey, I want to check into my suite. I booked 2. The lady goes,
your suites are already being used in Spanish. You're kidding. Like we went through all of this and you're telling us you gave our rooms to someone else, and she was like, you guys weren't here during check-in. He had specifically booked those rooms like with views for us, Acapulco, like the full experience. So they were really good rooms, and he had booked them really in advance, so he was really mad.
And on top of that, they're like, we actually don't have any rooms, so I'm sorry. Try tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
God.
You can try Sears.
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
We were kind of like, I don't think I had any more anger in me. I was just kind of like so tired, and I just honestly wanted to sleep.
So what they had to do was they had to go grab the cleaning ladies, and I guess it wasn't cleaning hour, and they had to have them like clean a whole 2 suites. So,
but I mean, that wasn't really on us. Like, it was their fault because they were reserved and they were already like partly paid for, but they just gave it away. We got a room, and my uncle went to go pick up everyone else from the bus station.
An hour and a half after us.
Yeah. And then it was all rainbows and butterflies after that.
Yes, guys, so that's the story of how we almost died in Mexico. It may not sound scary, but if you've been to Mexico, maybe you could understand a little bit more. And we spent a whole week there in Acapulco. On our way back, we just took a bus. Maria almost threw up.
I always almost throw up.
We then took a bus back to Leon. We spent a whole week there with our cousins and hung out, and then we took another bus to Puebla, where my mom's from, and we spent a whole week there. I wouldn't say we're exaggerating.
No. Like, someone was like, would you wish that on your worst enemy? I would say no.
So this was just a really crazy experience that we literally didn't even know what we had in store. But other than that, the trip was amazing. Our cousins were amazing. We love hanging out with them. We love being in Mexico. We go there all the time.
It was an amazing trip. Acapulco is beautiful. If you guys have not been, I recommend you guys go. It's literally beautiful. We hope you guys enjoyed our little story time.
Let us know if you guys like these stories. Maybe we could do another story. We have a few.
And let us know if you guys want any other type of video.
Should we keep vlogging? Do you guys like our vlogs? I mean, I think they're pretty cute, but what do you guys think?
And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you guys have not yet. And we want to give a big thank you to everybody that has been watching our videos.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, you are a real one. And also don't forget to follow us on our Instagram and Twitter. We will link it below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Boy, bye. There. Oh my